Is it possible for a being greater than all to exist? Or does the presence of suffering in the world negate this possibility? This question forms the crux of a centuries-old debate about the existence of God. To engage with this question, it's crucial to understand the role of logical proofs and the importance of axioms. Axioms are fundamental assumptions we accept without proof. They form the basis of our arguments and influence our conclusions. Let's start with a compelling argument for the existence of God, known as the ontological argument. It begins with the axiom that God is the greatest being we can imagine, a being with all perfections. If such a being exists in our understanding, it must also exist in reality. Why? Because if it existed only in our understanding, then we could imagine an even greater being, one that exists in reality. Hence, by definition, the greatest being must exist in reality. Therefore, God exists. However, there's a counter-argument that challenges this conclusion: the problem of evil. This argument begins with the axiom that an all-powerful, all-good God would not allow unnecessary suffering. Yet, we see suffering in the world, some of which seems entirely unnecessary. This suggests that if God exists, he is either not all-powerful or not all-good. Therefore, the existence of such a God appears unlikely. Both arguments use logical reasoning, yet they lead to opposing conclusions. This is because they start from different axioms. The ontological argument assumes that God is the greatest conceivable being, while the problem of evil assumes that an all-powerful, all-good God would not allow unnecessary suffering. These axioms shape the direction of the respective arguments. These debates highlight the limits of logic in addressing existential questions. Logic provides a structure for our thoughts, but it operates within the boundaries set by our axioms. Our choice of axioms often reflects our personal beliefs and experiences, which can vary widely. In the end, the question of God's existence transcends the realm of logical proofs. It enters the domain of personal belief, where logic meets the ineffable, the spiritual, and the deeply personal. Whether God exists or not may ultimately depend on the axioms one chooses to accept, the experiences one has, and the beliefs one holds dear.